This is what I'm gonna do here on this video here. Okay, like me, I just started using this thing here, and it's, I ain't gonna lie, it's not the easiest thing to use, especially like if you're trying to create a storyline. Your characters, if you don't know how to use this thing, your characters are never gonna be correct or consistent. So if you want to get your characters to be very consistent, this is one way to start. Okay, we're gonna go here. Just remember, there's a story, video, image, character, audio. You gotta go to this main page here. Okay, you go to this main page and you go create character. When you go to create character, you can start with 4 images, start with 1 image, but I'd rather start with a description of an image that I want. Okay, let's see. We're gonna start with this one here. You can look to see what type, what style of. Normally I use 3D Pixar, but there's different ones here. You know, let me see. Yeah, there's cartoon, there's fantasy, RPG. I don't know what RPG is. There's a whole bunch of them here, but I normally start with Pixar. But just for this experiment, I'm gonna try something else. Let's try here. I'm gonna type a beautiful brown skinned woman. No, I'm gonna call her beautiful woman. Let's call it good looking woman. Here you can describe it. Okay, you can describe what type of, what kind of character you want. For me, what I normally do, I just go to ChatGPT here. I go to it. This is like the perfect way to do it, man. Go to ChatGPT. Just I normally type a prompt. Look for a prompt. Give like an example of a prompt that I want. Prompt for, let's at least spell that correctly, for a beautiful brown skin woman with long flowing hair. Okay, let's say brown skin woman with beautiful, okay, with long flowing hair, wearing, let's say a red dress. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, wearing a red dress. So it's going to give you a prompt. Okay, you can also, you can choose if you want to make it, let me make sure I'm in here, I'm in the right place here. You can also make it a 3D Pixar version, whatever. You could do that. What this does, it give you a longer or more refined, a more refined prompt to use, as opposed to just freestyling it. This give you a better prompt. Okay, you can add to this prompt as well. You can go back up here and just edit the prompts. Normally if you're using the image for, let's say, for a video, music video, or some film, you could go to aspect 16:9 ratio. Let's make sure we got ratio correct. 9 ratio. So that way you get a wide image, as opposed to like a 9:16, like a cell phone image. Okay, we're gonna redo this again. We're gonna reprompt it again, but it's still prompt I'm getting right now. So if you get this prompt here, you can copy this prompt. You copy this prompt here, and you go back to this, and this is your description for your image. Let's see. It's gonna cost about 15 credit. I don't even know what that means. It's all BS. Okay, let's see. There goes your beautiful woman wearing a red dress. She fine too, shit. Alright. Let's wait for the third image. I think it's gonna give us another image here. It's taking awfully long. Let's see. I'm already satisfied with this. I'm trying to use an image like this because it's frontal. Like you can see her. Matter of fact, this is better. Well, this is a little bit better because you get more of her face. So that way, if you do like talking heads, it's much better to animate her face because you can see her face, her movement, and everything. This is better. This is also, you can also save that one. You know, you get a side view of her, you get a front view. I'm gonna go with this one because more of her dress is there. So if you ever regenerate her image again to a different scene, the dress won't be reanimated again. So you have a nice dress going on here. Okay, this takes a few minutes. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, we got a few minutes. As soon as it's done, I'm gonna come back to it. By the way, I'm gonna be bringing these videos to you guys to help you guys out. Whoever need the help, I hope. I'm not an expert on this, but I just know I hate when I spend my credit and I don't get what I want. Sometimes you spend your credit, man. This machine just eat up your credit, and you get like weird characters, getting weird stuff. I'm still getting them, but at least you can get better prompt. Make sure you write your prompts. Make sure your characters are at least consistent. To where you're not wasting your credits. Cause I don't think they get back credits, man. I don't really like that. This is it's gonna take about 3 minutes. We're not gonna wait the whole 3 minutes. There we go. All right, this is my character here. Okay, let's go back. Where's the character? Good looking woman. That's my character. I can actually make I can go back to ChatGPT again, and I can say, well, let's make this woman play. I can add to it. Have this woman. So now it's actually, you're gonna create a picture for her. This woman is playing a guitar. Let's see. Let's spell guitar correctly. Let's spell playing correctly. Playing a guitar. Okay, it's gonna give you another prompt for it. Also 3D cinematic. Woman in a beautiful rug, wearing an elegant red dress, playing the acoustic guitar gracefully. Warm lighting highlights her features. You can add all that stuff if you want. You can also make that. Okay, so we're gonna copy this prompt here. You get help, so you don't need to be doing all that by yourself. You get help. So now we're gonna generate a picture for her. We got the character. Now we're gonna generate a picture. Okay, there's the picture. There's the prompt for the picture. And when you do this, let me see. Make sure your aspect is correct. Let's see, like your output size. This is very important. This thing is tricky because you'll just keep doing it. You get the wrong output. It looks like every picture you got to go back here and set this up. Okay, so let's take it off default. Put it, since you're doing a film. If you're doing a film, then fine. If you're doing pictures like portrait, you can use portrait or tablet, vertical, whatever you're doing. But for my purpose, it's usually short films. So this is it here. Okay, then it's gonna take me 20 credits. I don't need to do more than one image. So I'm gonna have one image here. Okay, let's see. Wow, it says 6. Let's see. Let's make sure it's one credit. So they're gonna charge me 10 credits for that. You can mess with that whenever you want. Image to image. Nope. Okay, but this is what's important. Aspect ratio is very important because you don't want a square image. We're not gonna use a square image if your timeline, whatever you're using, doesn't fit. It doesn't require. You're not using any square image. Art, print. You're not doing none of that stuff. Usually for film is this. Okay, so we're gonna create the image. We're gonna create the image, the picture actually. We already got the character. Now we're gonna have the character doing something in the picture. Then we can animate the picture. Uh huh. You can use the same prompt again to make the to have the character actually. There's your character. Beautiful lady playing the guitar. Lord of mercy. Alright, folks, I hope this helped anybody out there, man, because I hate when I'm doing something and I can't get it done. But this young lady here is playing the guitar. So, you can animate that. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Okay. We're gonna, let me make sure you see what I just did here. Let's go back to images. Create image. You got the lady here. Okay. Yeah, you could just click on the image actually. You go to video. That's what I was trying to show you. You go click on the image, you go to the video, and it's gonna take you back to the window where you can put your prompts in there. We're gonna go back to ChatGPT again. Okay, we're gonna say this time she's walking around. She's walking around New York City playing her guitar. Which is something we should have done in the first place. Playing her guitar. Okay, the atmosphere is cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, everybody use that. Cyberpunk. Lighting style. Lighting style. With people, with a few onlookers. With, you can say with a small crowd. Okay. The lights reflecting the wet ground. The wet ground. That always look nice. Reflecting the wet ground. Cyberpunk, da da da. And she's walking around New York City playing a guitar with a warm smile. Warm smile. Smile on her face. So you get to see her eyes. Cyberpunk life, lighting style and a small crowd. The light reflecting the wet ground. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You can use that. That's what that does is continue. It'll add to this. It'll be added to this, and you get a bigger prompt. So here we go. I may be running out of prompts here. So here's your prompt from ChatGPT. We're not gonna do too much. Da 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 da. Beautiful woman working in cyberpunk style. Neon lights, glows in pink, blue, and purple. That's give you more. Small crowd gathers around her, watching with admiration as she smiles warmly while playing. Okay, I don't have to read that, so I don't need to read that. You could just see for yourself. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. We copy this, and we go back to this thing here. Okay. You copy this here. So what you should do is you should add same facial features, same facial, so it doesn't change anything. Same clothes, you can say that. Same clothes. What else? What else? Same clothes, same hair. Okay, and you gotta use your negative prompt so that it doesn't add any crazy stuff to it. So you go to blurry. Okay, blurry. No extra limbs. You don't want to come up with 3 arms. No extra limbs. Okay, no extra guitar either. No extra guitar. You do not want extra freaking guitar. Okay, being that she's against like a red background, so if you want to just put the video to start right there, you got to put frame first, whatever. But I'm not gonna bother with that. You just got to make sure you put frame, first frame. So when the video start, it's just the first frame. Okay, let's look at this and let's process it and see what happens. It's gonna take a few minutes, so once it does happen, it's gonna take a few minutes. When it does happen, we're gonna see the results of it. Okay. Again, these things are not 100%, man, because this you don't always get what you want. You just gotta keep plumping. But I hate the fact that you gotta pay for every time this thing make a mistake. It should be better. I mean, I'm in open art AI. I've used other ones. This so far is a little better one for me, but it just changed things too drastically sometimes. Like with it's not even your fault. It just that's the way this thing works. Sometimes you get lucky, you get your images. Sometimes you don't. It just look bad. Like if you see some of the stuff that I'm working on here with, like, you see, it gave me a white girl. It gave me another one. Okay. Okay, this one wasn't too bad, but that's not the characters. Okay, that's not the characters I'm working with. This was another girl, and she's on the left. She's on the right now. Okay, this is the characters I'm actually working with, but that's not the father. That's definitely not the father. Okay, that's not the father. You know, like this character shouldn't be in there. I don't know where the hell he came from. Okay, that's another little girl. Where he come from? This is not the right character. You just kill credits, man. You just eat your credit. This is the character that's supposed to be there, but it was hard to get him to actually come into the scene. So what I had to do, maybe I'm not doing something right. I hope whoever's watching it can please correct me on this, because I love this stuff, and I can't spend so much money on it and not getting the results that I want. I can't afford that. So I hope somebody, if you know better than me, please help me out. But it's the character I wanted, and I wanted this character to appear in this. Okay, our video's done. See, I eventually end up doing it, but wrong people. Anyhow, let's look at the female singing. Okay, you see how, okay, that's all I was talking about, the first frame thing. You see how from here you could have put first frame, it would just go jump to it, hopefully. But she's a beautiful woman. I wish I could make one in my house, bro. Just kidding. I ain't no sicko now. But this is crazy. Alright? So I hope you enjoyed this video, man. This is this is a brand new channel I'm trying out. And leave a likes and comments. If you want to criticize us, please do. And appreciate y'all. Yay.